Howdy, folks. Today we're looking at Ju-on the Grudge. Because it's a really weird set that Arrow Video has done. But not really Arrow Video's fault. It's the movies that are very weird. I have yet to see any of these releases, so I cannot comment on transfer. I only just got this the other day, and I'm filming this during Christmas time, very, very busy time, so I haven't had the time, I apologize. But I plan to watch them all, as you do. So let's just take a dive, take the films and the special features out, and we'll take a look at the box, firstly. So you get your box, good hard case box, got your labels on them, none of them are stickers so you can't peel anything off. You get the titles for the whole collection plus all of your movies. This is 6 movies. Artwork on the top is just kind of similar to the artwork here, just without any faces or names. And the bottom does stipulate, outside of barcode and labeling, it does tell you it's region B locked, and it does have all the times for the movies plus languages and such. What is that? Audio and languages. So yeah. It's a pretty nice, simple set. I like that it doesn't have a J card especially. It does give you a good description of the series. I'll keep it there. You can pause it if you want to read it. And Sam goes for the bottom half. But yeah, for the most part, you get brand new 4K restoration of Ju-on the Grudge from the original camera negative by Arrow Films, a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray presentation of Ju-on the Grudge in Dolby Vision HDR10 compatible, a high definition 1080p Blu-ray presentations for all of the rest of the films, including Ju-on the Grudge. So this includes on disc 1 Ju-on the Curse and Ju-on the Curse 2, with introductions from the writer-director, and introduction by Ju-on the Curse actor Takako Fuji. On discs 2 and 3, you get Ju-on the Grudge on 4K and on Blu-ray, which is a new restoration and a bunch of special features. On disc 4, you get... I just realized there's a cat on the back cover. There's a cat. I don't know if you can tell. It's a cat. Anyway, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I just noticed that there's little eyeballs. Disc number 4 is Ju-on the Grudge 2, and disc number 5 is Ju-on the White Ghost, and Ju-on White Ghost and Ju-on Black Ghost. So let's take a look. So firstly, you do have a double-sided poster made of paper. This is terrifying to look at. You get the main poster for Ju-on the Grudge, and the Japanese poster for Ju-on the Grudge 2. So, there you go. It's a nice, thin enough paper. Smells like chalk. Like a chalky cardboard. I don't know why I smell that stuff. It's not important. You get a booklet as well, which has some artwork and some scary faces. There's the cat. I told you it's a fucking cat. So yeah, artwork. This, I think, has a little... so it's got some essays as well. I think it's got a... yeah. It stipulates here that Ju-on the Curse was released... Original release date, 18th of March 2000. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, because I even looked it up myself, because the second one came out on the 25th of March 2000, so less than about a week later. The first one came out in February. The second one mostly compiles footage from the first one, whilst also adding a bit of a different narrative twist or something. So, and that one I believe was released theatrically, whereas the first one was a straight to DVD because it was a low budget film. So, despite the mostly different casts as well. So, yeah, I don't know. That's what I've read about. I have not actually watched it yet. You get Ju-on the Grudge, which original release date was the 25th of January 2003. However, it does stipulate that the official world premiere was the 18th of October 2002 at the Screamfest Horror Film Festival in LA. There were also domestic press screenings in Japan in autumn of 2002. Then you have The Grudge 2, which came out on the 23rd of August 2003. So, they made 2 movies also the same year. And then, to make it even weirder, Ju-on White Ghost and Ju-on Black Ghost both being released on June 27th, 2009. They're exactly 61 minutes each. I have no idea what the difference is. outside of cast, and writer and directors. So even crew is different. 2 different films released on the same day. You get some images, which you actually get a lot of these images in the actual cases themselves. They all come with individual art cards. And then you've got your essays talking about the films with some images laid out throughout, which is pretty nice. So, a pretty chunky book. Then you start with Ju-on the Curse 1 and 2, basically. They do all come with reversible artwork as well. I have decided not to reverse the artwork, despite the fact that the disc has the same art, mostly because I don't care too much for the artwork. I know the Ring set, which I also got from our video, I did change the artwork around. And it does have art cards, which all have the exact same backs, but they're basically just images from the films. So not too much to show off. But it also doesn't have the titles in English, it has the titles in Japanese, which is the main reason why I didn't change the covers around. So I figured I'll just stick with the set design. I'm not really going to show off the images too much because A, potential spoilers, and B, it's just pictures of people. So just, screenshots from the movie kind of deal. Then you got the 4K of Ju-on the Grudge, which I believe comes with the Blu-ray as well. Yes, it does. All your special features, which is quite a lot. It's good that it's in Dolby Vision, though. It doesn't stipulate here, obviously, but it does say it up here, and these are all not sold separately. Again, art cards and the such, and then you get the 4K. Actually, this is, the 4K is disc 2, which is interesting, because this is disc 3. So obviously they've written it down in sets. Yeah, because that's just one disc, isn't it? No, is it? Yeah, it's just one disc for the 2 Curse films. Fair enough. So it's going by the complete set as disc 2 and disc 3. It does have alternate artwork, which is probably the most normal artwork of there to get, because it is the standard artwork of the kid's face. But at the same time, the artwork that's already on the set is kind of doing the exact same ordeal. The only issue here is that this is a black case because it is the 4K UHD case, which is a bit annoying. But that's just how it is sometimes. Then we have Ju-on the Grudge 2, which for some reason has this kind of, I don't know if the plastic was bound wrong, but it's kind of got this really tight look to it. As you can see there, it's got that tight, like, kind of bubbly feel. I have no idea why it's like that. It does come with alternate artwork, which is actually really nice. I really like this artwork. But even whatever the bubbly effect is wrong with the case has clearly affected the art as well. I did get a nice fun image there, as well as disc art. They all come with disc art. But again, all the disc art is the same as the front cover, which, yeah, I definitely argue the front cover not as good as the artwork, the original artwork. And then you have Ju-on White Ghost Black Ghost. This is I think this is a single disc set as well, because they're both like an hour long. But it does have a hefty, this one has like a lot. Like, I take out the disc, you get your artwork in there. It's not really easy to see what it is because it's dividing it in 2, plus it's very black on one side. So yeah, like I said, artwork wise, a lot of this is in the book. So yeah. Anyway, just more ghosts, I guess. Yeah, as an overall, that's the Ju-on the Grudge set. It's quite an interesting set, I think, mostly because the films are so weird, I think, just in terms of like the release dates. It makes it more curious for me, mostly because I have yet to see them. But I think it's also worth noting that because I got the set from Zavvi, which it came in really nice condition, which is always a godsend, despite the fact that you always are paranoid, like, oh god, it's Zavvi, it's going to come in destroyed. It's more the fact that, like, it cost me like $100 for the set, but the set itself is still 6 whole movies, so including one of them being on 2 discs, is a 4K UHD, so a complete remaster, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm very curious to watch them. I'm going to watch them in release order because I feel like that's the best idea. However, I did get something else. as a Christmas gift from my partner, I got The Grudge. So, yeah, it is the American remake reboot. So it's like, oh, you know how they made the American one with Sarah Michelle Gellar? Well, what if we made a sequel reboot that's neither a sequel nor a reboot at the same time or something? I mostly mention it because I plan to make a video talking about it soon, hopefully, where I watch all the Jew and the Grudge films and the Grudge The Untold Chapter to see if watching the Untold Chapter would ruin the effect of watching the original films. As a follow-up to a video I'd previously done talking about remakes ruining the originals and if it's worth that, like, watching them for that reason. It doesn't affect the original, I don't know, like, by ruining the idea, not if it's like a direct remake, like... So yeah. Anyway, that's all. I hope you've enjoyed. I know it's a pretty short video, but it's a really nice set from what they've done. It's very similar to the Ring set, but I think this one has a lot more detail. Yeah, I'm keen to dig into them. And I'd probably, I don't know, suggest them. They're pretty... I know people do know about these films because there is an American remake, but, you know, I don't know if everyone knows about the Ju-on films. So keep an eye out, and I'll see you next time. Adios.